Welcome to Watermelon. Every once in a while, a comedy show has that one person who suddenly decides they're the main character. They shout, interrupt, and try to steal the spotlight. But here's the problem. You should never start a battle with someone holding a microphone when you don't have one. The odds are stacked against you, and comedians are more than happy to prove it.
Listen, man, I'm not a Trump supporter, never have been, never will be. But I gotta admit, this motherfucker is somewhat charismatic.
She didn't just boo the comedian during a joke. She did it because of his political views. And that's when Aries Spears absolutely tore her apart.
I know you're a fucking Trump supporter because you won't shut the fuck up. But if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna put my in your mouth. Fuck me, I wish you would. That way I got a reason to get rid of this last $2 in my wallet. I bet you your pussy tastes like cold French fries.
I don't think your brain is made for humor. And you're probably really good at other things, but your brain, I don't think is made for it.
While the crowd was laughing at Andrew Schultz's jokes, one woman kept complaining about every single one. He couldn't help but notice and pointed out that maybe the problem wasn't him, it was her.
No, you're really good at engineering, ruining other people's nights. But humor is not for you.
When she interrupted him again, he wasn't too upset. If anything, it just gave him an even better setup for a joke.
Look, there is a place to go if you don't like humor. No, you shouldn't go to hell. Why would you go to hell? That's for funny people.
In the middle of Doug Stanhope's set, a guy from the audience flipped him off and stormed out.
I envy. Oh, wow. Wow.
It's unclear what exactly triggered him, but it happened right after some joke about Syria.
Like you just sat through ape and a bullshit and child molesting and fist but Syria, that's where it all falls apart.
Shahak Shapira was born in Israel in the late 80s, and as a child lived through the Gulf War. While he was telling a story about how everyone feared a mustard gas attack at that time, a man in the audience shouted, "But what about the Palestinians?"
It's like if you told me, man, I got beat up by the KKK, and I would be like, sure, but what about Chinese children? You know, it's both sad. Can it be both tragic?
During a joke about urologists, a heckler shouted that it's gay as hell. Nimesh Patel didn't let that slide.
Would you look at dick and balls for the rest of your life if you got paid $500,000 a year to do so? Because right now you probably watch porn, which means you do it for free.
At the end of his show, when Drew Lynch said it was time to end the show, a heckler shouted, "It's about time."
Wait, you said about time? Then why the tits are you here?
The guy was sitting with his girlfriend who looked visibly embarrassed, something Drew instantly used to fire back at him.
That's my favorite, is when I get done doing the show, and then someone's like, Jesus, finally. We can do this escape room up here. Meanwhile, your girlfriend's trying to escape your relationship.
When roasting Joe Biden, Troy Bond called himself the most anti-Trump comic, and a woman cut him off, claiming he wasn't, and accused him of being racist instead.
I don't know who the you're mad at, but it's not me.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The audience had no problem with his jokes, but this single person insisted that a white comedian has no right to joke about black people.
He trying to laugh at that shit.
She came here for a TED Talk. Everybody knows you go to the basement for political opinion.
She kept pushing, throwing insults at Troy, until the comedian finally asked security to take her out of the room.
Have a good night, Kamala Harris.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
During Ariel Elias's show, a group of Trump supporters kept pestering her with questions about who she voted for.
I can just tell by your jokes you voted for Biden.
Why are you
All right. I can tell by the fact that you're still talking when nobody wants you to that you voted for Trump.
It took them about 30 seconds to realize they'd lost the exchange, before one of them sent a beer can flying at the comedian. The way she handled the situation turned her into a national star, earning her invites to shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live and Good Morning America. Here is what she did.
Yo, I'm never coming to people ever again.
When Sammy Obed was talking about abortion, a woman in the audience cut him off, claiming that it's about a woman's body and no man has the right to judge.
Yes, so should I just stop the set right now and end? No. No, because that would be aborting too early.
Without being rude, he came up with a witty response that had even the heckler cracking up.
I'm telling you, I'm pro-choice. It's about a woman's body. But jokes do need setups, and they need tension, and you killed the tension. So let me finish, because that's how we got into this mess in the first place.
When a group of people interrupted his show with anti-Israel chants, Jerry Seinfeld compared their presence to him showing up at a rugby match.
If I said to this guy, you check out, I'm going to do my comedy act here, I would get that same reaction. I would get kicked out on my ass, because that's not where I belong.
In the end, the Hecklers actually made the show better since they gave Jerry the perfect setup for that punchline.
The other thing I think you need to go back and tell who's ever running your organization, we just gave more money to a Jew.
During Natalie Yocker's set, a heckler told her to go back to a therapist. He regretted that instantly, because it was the perfect setup for the comedian to destroy him.
How about you get a therapist and tell them you can't shut the up at a comedy show? My wife won't fucking listen to me, then maybe this bitch on stage with the microphone.
The man said he didn't go to therapy, but I bet he does now.
I can't tell you who's in therapy is your kids, for sure.
Jimmy Carr's brain works like a giant database with a response ready for any question or situation. At one of his shows, a heckler asked him what his favorite position is.
I like reverse cowgirl, but you know, I'm old-fashioned that way. What's yours, sir? Various. I think I can... It's a match, I pick and mix. Yeah, I imagine, it's either that or that.
And another guy asked why he laughs like a sexual predator.
I don't know why I laugh like that. It's one of life's mysteries. In the same way as why you dressed as a gay lumberjack. we may never know.
During Sammy Obed's performance, one girl didn't like that he looked at her while telling a joke about having brown parents.
So,
the brown parents part.
I keep looking at you. I looked at you once for the brown parents part. I only did one brown parents reference. So I said, for the brown parents, and I look back at you. And you look back at me as if you don't have brown parents. You liar, okay? Pull up a picture on your phone of your white parents and show me that I'm racist, okay?
She told him her parents are Indian, and that gave Sammy the perfect setup for a comeback.
I know, I have Indian parents too. You didn't know that. Yeah, why did you look at me when I said my parents? Now you know how it feels. That's the lesson that I have now learned. I'm not going to be looking at anybody in the eye because they're going to think that I'm talking about them.
While Nimesh Patel was on stage, some guy thought it would be hilarious to yell, "Speak English."
Thank you, George, for leaving a fucking disgust in my mouth for this people named George, at least. You piece of shit. How'd you hear about this show, George?
The man behind the heckle was 32-year-old George, seated with 3 of his friends.
And you thought that what you said would be funny, and it probably was to 3 of your goofy-ass friends that are sitting next to you. How old are you, George? 32? You too old to be acting like a f***ing moron.
Even supportive outbursts can ruin a comedian's flow. Interruptions are never welcome. After giving one man a couple of warnings, Steve Hofstetter told him that in 20 minutes, he'd be gone from the room.
If you yell out again, you're going to be thrown out. I'm not going to kick you out. You're going to kick you out.
Steve's prediction was nearly spot on. Following 25 minutes of openers and 4 minutes into his own set, the same man stormed out giving Steve the finger. It came right after a joke about Republicans being bad tippers.
The guy who was not blind, wearing sunglasses indoors at night, in shorts, with his feet up on other people's seats, yelling at me. What are the odds forgot that he's also Republican.
At one of Gary Owens' shows, a man from the back rows first shouted that everyone should vote for Trump, and later told the comedian to watch his mouth.
Somebody said, watch your mouth. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I said, watch your mouth.
As Gary kept roasting the heckler, the guy demanded to give him 5 minutes on stage.
You're not going to get 5 minutes, motherfucker. That was the whitest motherfucker I've ever heard. Oh my God. Build your own career, bitch.
As Adam Ray tried to make a joke about Joe Biden, a heckler began booing him and told him to stop.
Well, he shouldn't say anything, by the way, you know what I'm saying? Either laugh or don't say anything. That's your only job tonight, is laugh or don't laugh, you know? Yeah.
In the middle of his monologue about Leo da Vinci, an audience member interrupted Ricky Gervais and he shut him down with a brutal response.
Oh, go on, mate. Sorry. I can't do one-on-one. It's a big place. In a much smaller room, I'd still ignore you, cunt. Shush.
Drew Lynch was genuinely confused when a girl in the audience suddenly shouted, "Super gay."
Are you're saying that about me, or are you just powering up for yourself? Super gay! Activate lesbian belt! Super gay!
A drunk woman had been interrupting comedians with her comments all night. But when Troy Bond took the stage, he wasn't willing to tolerate it.
I don't think there's a such thing as a bad dog. I think there's bad dog owners. Oh, thank you. I got this part. You do the drunk part.
The Hecklers seemed to think that since no one had called her out earlier, everyone was fine with it. Troy decided it was time to open her eyes.
Everyone has loved me except you. We're in a fight.
Yeah, because everyone was lying.
After a joke about dating a taller woman, some guy, most likely short himself, said that it wasn't funny.
What are you talking about? Not funny. You act like this is YouTube and you can just say your dislike out loud. No, right?
If he felt offended by a joke about height, just imagine how he felt when the comedian made it personal.
I can't even see you. I know you're ugly. I already know, man. You gotta be ugly. All that hate you just came out there. Every time you look in the mirror, it's like, dang it!
And something tells me the heckler didn't quite accept his apology.
Did I go too far? Alright, listen. Honestly, I meant it, okay? So, you're ugly and I like you.
When a heckler interrupted Sam Morrill's joke, he pointed out that she had her feet up on the stage. The woman replied that she didn't care.
Remember when that was a bad thing? When people were like, that guy just doesn't give a fuck. But I think white women have stolen that and weaponized it. And they're too annoying for us to fucking say anything. I think most guys are like, yeah, I just don't want to deal with this, whatever. But I'm here to say, you should give a fuck. It's good to give a fuck.
Her boyfriend, however, seemed embarrassed by her behavior.
You guys don't seem like a match. Opposite, yeah, I know. He does seem pleasant.
A couple in their 50s had been chatting through the whole night, ignoring Michael Lenochi's warnings.
Well, you've been talking the whole joke. That's why I stopped.
When he finally engaged them, they refused to admit they were doing anything wrong.
Yeah, because I'm more into this. This is fun. I want to find out how mentally ill people make it in society. This is crazy.
When Andrew Schultz asked the crowd whether it's Palm Beach or West Palm Beach, one woman felt the need to announce that she wasn't sure. The comedian immediately pointed out how absurd that was.
Thank you for saying that out loud. I really feel like that got us somewhere. Who the fuck answers the question without knowing? In a room of 600 people.
At one of Sam Morrill's shows, a woman was being overly loud. She thought having a birthday was a good excuse, but of course, she was wrong.
That's such a childish f***ing thing to say. It's my birthday, I can interrupt your entire show. Can you imagine if someone just like crashed into your car and you're like, dude, he's like, it's my birthday. I'm allowed to behave like an idiot. And you're like, okay, but that doesn't excuse your behavior.
And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content. And see you in the next one.